Hello and welcome to this video about the astrology and the tarot of March 2024. In March 2024, there's going to be a big shift. We're going to have a new astrological year on the 20th. And up until then, it's the year of Mars. Mars is about aggression, but also about spontaneity and about action. It's Mars's year until towards the end of March, and at the time of the astrological spring, on the 20th, we're going to have the beginning of the year of the Sun. The Sun is a very positive planet. It's about the self. It's about, also the man in your life or the masculine figures. And it's about shining your light. And that's going to start the year of the Sun. This positive year is going to start at the 20th. It's a good thing that a year of aggression, so to speak, is coming to an end, because perhaps there are going to be less conflicts around the world, beginning from March. The tarot card that I have drawn for this month is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is about taking small steps. Here it says confusion and even more negatively frustration. And as a person, and he is surrounded by swords. I think in this special card, in this deck, there are not 8 swords stuck around him, but only 2. The other ones are imaginary or so. And the Two of Swords is about finding your inner calm, your inner peace, some meditation. It's also about indecision, the Two of Swords, but it's also about connecting to your own intuition. And that's, of course, a good idea, especially since there's a lot of Pisces energy still in March. And Pisces is about the other world, and it's about trust and connection to your intuition and connection to the higher realms. One other message of the Eight of Swords is that small wiggling movements will get you out of trouble. So if you take small steps, if you move slowly out of those swords, then you'll get out of them and come to a much better place, just like the year is going to change from Mars to the Sun. It's also about betterment, about being in a better situation at the end of the month than we were at the beginning of the month. Now I'm going to lead you step by step through some astrological events in March, beginning at the very beginning of March. And the first event concerning the moon, I put a special emphasis on the moon, and the first event concerning the moon is going to be on the 3rd of March, the 3rd day of the 3rd month, and there's going to be a half moon in Sagittarius. At that time, the moon is still under the influence of Aquarius, because the last new moon has been in Aquarius, and that's about freedom, about individuality, about friendship, and that's still the energy up until the 10th, when there's going to be another new moon. And this half moon in Sagittarius is about high aspirations, about goal setting. And at the 3rd, there also starts a period of reflection, because the moon is getting smaller and smaller until the new moon on the 10th, sorry. Moving on to the 10th of March, at the very beginning of the day, Mercury is going to change into the first sign of the zodiac, into Aries. Up until then, communication was more sensitive and sensible, and from the 10th onwards, we can we can think that people could be direct, and ourselves too. We can be more direct, more spontaneous, and also more active in our conversation and in our all kinds of communication. On the same day, on the 10th, there's going to be a new moon in Pisces. And a new moon is always a new energy, a new beginning. And now it's a new beginning of the last sign, a new beginning of letting go, a new beginning of trust. That energy is going to be with us until the end of March and also into the beginning of April. With this Pisces energy is even becoming stronger the next day, when in the evening on the 11th, Venus will also move into Pisces. Venus is the planet of love and of what's worthy, and up until then it's in the sign of liberty and individualism, in the sign of Aquarius, and from the 11th in the evening onwards it's going to be in Pisces. And Venus in Pisces is about loving the peace, loving the quiet, and also it's like an all-encompassing love, a very selfless love. And it's also again about trust and letting go. The following half moon is going to be on the 17th. It's in the sign of Gemini, and that's a sign of communication. And at this half moon, it's a good idea to be flexible in our communication and in our learning. That's on the 17th. Moving on to the 20th. The 20th is at the very beginning of the day. The sun is going to move into Aries, and it's the start of spring, and it's also the sun has moved through the gap between the last sign and the first sign. And in the first sign, the sun is also about activity and about action, and that's going to stay there, of course, for another month. And the sign of Aries, happy birthday Aries. And yes, and that's the beginning of the year of the sun, and the year of Mars has ended on the 20th. And the sun is about creativity, whereas Mars has been about action. The very last event in March is going to be on the 25th. It's a full moon in Libra. The full moon, of course, is about harvest. It's about full energy, a lot of energy, and there's going to be a lot of energy in relationships, but also in harmony and justice. If you're interested in more of that, more from me, I'm going to do a new moon video and a full moon video when the times will come up. If you want to, you're very welcome to subscribe to this channel. I'm also happy about likes and about comments. And you can also share this video if you want to. Thanks for joining me. Have a great March and talk to you soonish. Bye.